What's up, YouTube? It's your boy E-Dudes coming back with another video. As you can see from the title of the video, I will never take electricity for granted again. As everybody probably has heard around the world, man, in Texas, it got real cold. It ain't been this cold in years. I forgot what year they said it was, but that's relevant. Just know it ain't been this cold in a long time. This was an experience none of us was prepared for. None of us. Well, I ain't gonna say none of us. Most of us was not prepared for this. Maybe if you lived in a house, you were prepared because you got a garage. You can stack stuff up, stack water up so you can go to the bathroom if the water get cut off, or if electricity goes out, you got your food ready that you can eat. Me and my family, we were not ready. We live in an apartment, not a house. At least not yet. Not a house, not yet. The temp was, it had got real low. I don't know what the exact temp was because phones was dying and everything because since electricity went out. But the temp got low to like, I know it hit 8 and I think it had hit 6. I talked to a couple of my coworkers. They said I think it went like -1, and I believe it because in my apartment it was so cold. The windows had ice all around the windows. Man, it was so cold. Let me tell you when it all went downhill. When we were sleeping on Sunday, it was Sunday night, we was all asleep. So either between like 12 in the morning to, I don't know, maybe 2 in the morning, the lights had went off. They had went off, but they came back on because the clock, it was the clock that we normally have set by the bed, it was blinking. So I knew something was going on. The TV had got left on in the living room, probably because we couldn't find the remote or something like that. And the wife was like, did you cut off the TV? I'm thinking, no, I'm just thinking it was set on some kind of timer and it just went off. But no, man, the lights had went off and just came back on. But then the lights really went off. Like, I don't know, a couple of minutes after that, the lights really went off. So it was either like late Sunday night or early Monday morning is when this happened. On let me see what date. Okay, Sunday was the 14th. Last Sunday was the Sunday before last was the 14th. And on on the 15th, on Monday morning, we didn't have no lights. I'm like, okay, but we had water. I should have been like filling up the tub with water. Should have been filling something up with water. I didn't do that because I wasn't expecting it. I ain't used to the pipes getting froze and all that good stuff, man. Because the temp don't get that low in Texas. I knew none of that. I failed. And so, but we still had water for a little while. Well, we had water. I'll get to that. So that Monday we was in there. We put out all cover, all the blankets, and we was in bed covered up. And the temp it wasn't that bad at first, but then it got cold over time. The blankets wasn't doing nothing. It was still freezing. I mean, my little baby, man, Owen was doing what he do. He couldn't look at his iPad because you need to be connected to the Wi-Fi in order for it to work. But other than that, he wasn't really tripping too much about it not working. He was entertaining himself with all the toys he had. Finally, he played with them. It took for the lights to go out for him to play with them toys instead of being on his iPad. Yeah, man, he was a good baby through it all. He won't remember none of this, but making this video so he can watch it, when he sees it when he gets older, he'll be like, man, I lived through that. Yes, you did. Okay, we stayed in the apartment for like a day and a half. So maybe on Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, I think on Tuesday we left and went to one of my wife's cousin's house in Fort Worth. Well, Keller. They still had electricity and water, so they pretty much they saved us. If we couldn't get over there, I know I could have went to my cousin Brian, who lives not too far away, maybe 20 something minutes away from us, I think. But he already had another one of my cousins over there, so it would have been packed over there. I appreciate everything that my wife's cousin did for us. When it was better because on that Tuesday, yeah, I think that Tuesday we went to go look for apartments because it got too cold here, man. It was, I don't know, it might have been, I think it was. They were saying like 30 degrees in the houses. Man, it was cold in the house. I felt like I was outdoors. Only different was you couldn't feel no wind, but it was cold. Thank God. Oh yeah, the reason why we left because I'm thinking. Because they told us it was going to be rolling blackouts, which means they were going to be rolling the electricity around. Them suckers didn't roll nothing back to us. Yeah. Suckers didn't roll nothing back until Friday, which was the 19th. Man, I would have stayed in there waiting on them to roll the power back. I would have froze to death. If it was with my wife, because she was like, man, I can't take it no more, man. It's too cold in here. I mean, cause I'm thinking, hey, they're gonna roll the electricity to us soon. Like we can wait it out. They gonna roll it to us. They didn't roll nothing. Bro, that blackouts my ass. I'm still kind of pissed off of that. But the time we was over at a cousin's house, well, first of all, let me tell you, breakfast, coffee every morning, a lunch and a dinner every day. They went all out for us. Got to play NBA 2K with my little cousins. It was fun. Got to play a little basketball in the house. Just dribbling. It wasn't a goal in there, but we were just dribbling. My son, since I had stairs in the house, my son pretty much mastered going up and down the steps. His little self. I could tell his legs are young and mine are old because my legs were burning. Every time I went up and down them steps, oh my God, it was a workout. That lets me know I'm super out of shape. Since the lights came back on Friday, the 19th, we went and got some water from Sam's. They had some water there. We came back home since we had electricity turned back on. The time we was over there at a cousin's house, they had shut the water off. I guess make sure when no pipes busted and stuff like that. Make sure everything checked out right. So they had turned the water off. Man, we was over here. We had electricity. We wasn't cold no more. But we couldn't. We had to brush our teeth with the bottled water. Flush the toilet with snow water. Then I went up there and I only did that one time. Went out there and grabbed that water. My wife was getting antsy. She was like, man, because you trying to. If you gotta do number one, you try not to flush the toilet. If you gotta do number two, then you flush the toilet. So we was doing that type of thing. But I don't go to the bathroom all that much, which I don't know. I don't think that's a good thing, but I don't. Except for when I'm at work. That seems to be when my system works correctly when I'm at work. But outside of work, I just don't go. And my wife like, man, I'm tired of this. I ain't gonna put all business out there like that, but hey, she had the desperate time calls for desperate measures. And that's all I'll say about that. Yeah. We need to wash some clothes because we run out of clothes. So we went over to our sister's house. It was either Saturday or Sunday. Went over there to our sister's house and washed some clothes. Yeah, sister was cool. And thank God for the people who live around us, the few family members that came through for us. Got them clothes washed. Came back home. And water stayed off until what day was that? I went to the dentist on Tuesday. Water came back on Monday. Monday night or Monday evening. They got the water ready. They got all the pipes checked out and everything. Made sure the water was hot. I appreciate them too. So we wasn't all the way 100% until 100% meaning electricity and water until 15th to the 22nd of February. Man, it was a rough week for real. I do not want to go through another one, but this let me know I need a 4x4 truck or something. Man, I mean my wife's 2-wheel SUV. It did pretty good in the ice, but I was nervous. I do not like ice. I didn't go back to work. I was supposed to work on the 17th, 18th, and the 19th. I didn't go back to work till the 20th. I was like, man, I'm not driving on these roads until it's clear. And the crazy thing is, the roads were clear, and then I get to work in the parking lot, it's icy. I mean, the parking lot looked like how it was when it first started. I said, man, y'all didn't come move the ice or nothing. I mean, do y'all want your workers to be slipping on ice? I mean, golly, I'm over here doing the penguin wall. It was crazy. But we are good now. We are good. And it's so crazy in Texas, the temperature went to 80 degrees like yesterday. How you get to freezing and then back to heat? I mean, that's how you get sick. Man, this Texas weather, man. Yeah, it's trying to make you forget how it did us. It did us dirty. It then gonna be like, man, I'm sorry, and I'll give you some heat. That's basically what the weather did. It's up and down. Texas weather. Oh yeah, my son, man, he was getting confused on why he need to wear a jacket. I can tell by the way he looking. He only 2. So he was looking. He was always trying to take off his jacket because he was confused. He's like, "Why?" I see it in his eyes. He's like, "Why I gotta wear the jacket indoors?" And it's like the cold wasn't phasing him. No worries. I guess it was like Daddy and Mommy got it. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I gotta get my money up, man. I'm trying to get that Ted Cruz money. Sure, I'm trying to get my family up out of here. As soon as I get the cue, as soon as the news say it's gonna be a winter storm coming. Oh, I'm going to Cancun. I'm taking off just like old Ted Cruz. For sure, man. The main thing that got me kind of shook was like I forgot all about this, put it that way. I didn't forget. This while I'm talking to you in the camera is what I'm saying. I forgot. It had a huge wreck in Fort Worth. People died. A lot of people injured in Fort Worth, Texas. And I watched one video, man. Cars was just sliding on what they call it, black ice. Cars was just sliding, man, into each other. 18-wheelers going on top of cars. I was like, man, I told myself a while ago, if it's got ice outside, I'm not going to work. I don't care if I'm about to get fired. You can fire me. I'm not going to work. I'm not driving in that unless I have to. Because if I drive to work and I get killed, you are just going to replace me. You're going to maybe cry for me. Maybe It's just me. So maybe you give me a week, but then you're gonna move on. I mean, that's what you should do. But also, I should think about my life first and foremost. I am not the best driver in ice. I figured that out a long time ago while I was headed to the job that I still work at now. Talking about barely pushing the gas and doing them turning sideways in the street. Cause I go to work early. Supposed to be there at 6 in the morning. I'm driving to work. So you getting to work early, that means you about to be the first ones on the road testing this ice. Ain't no why it broke up. It's fresh on there for you. So I'm like, nah, not me, not again. No, it ain't worth it. Man, people are still driving crazy in this ice. I mean, when the ice was here, they were still driving crazy. I mean, are you trying to show off or what? You got your 4x4, you got your SUV. You trying to show off? I mean, for what? Yeah, I'm going 20 and below. Bump y'all. I don't care. You can speed through ice and snow and all that. I don't care about that. I'm taking my time. I'm trying to live. I only got one of these. One life. You only got one too. So maybe you should think about that next time. Crazy folks out here, man. But yeah, man, this story went a little long. Thanks for listening. If you did, if you made it through, well, even if you made it through halfway, I'm happy. Comment below if you ever been through something crazy like this. Where y'all stay at. All right, then, y'all. Peace.